there's like it's really a lot of music going on up in Harlem. The farther you go, there's good stuff happening all over here.
Wow. Well, I feel like I'm there. Suddenly, I feel like I'm in a 90-degree New York right now, and
you're getting like the fever.
Yeah.
You're gonna take a plane out. Okay.
I was actually, the only time I've been in New York was in 2009, and it was so hot. It was like right at the end of the summer, and wow.
The pavement just absorbs the heat all summer long.
Wow.
And then it gets so hot here, and it smells like piss. It smells like dog piss. So that's what happens here in the summertime.
Lovely. That's on the brochure, isn't it? When you're looking for reasons to go to New York?
That's in the travel information, yes.
Come to New York for the dog piss. Wow. Well,
people have to know this. It smells like piss a lot in New York. Be
forewarned.
Yes.
It's not all Seinfeld and happiness. It's some
exactly
dog excretions, that happens.
I used to love Seinfeld, and then when I moved here, it was a rude awakening.
It's not like that at all. Well, they shot all that in, Studio City in Southern California in the San Fernando Valley, so...
Exactly. I love that.
As Jerry Seinfeld lived in the Hollywood Hills there, and now he's in New York, though, I hear. He's got the penthouse
He totally
suite.
is in New York. I just saw him. I've seen Jerry Seinfeld like 3 times.
What?
In the past. I'm big on celebrity sightings. I saw Jerry Seinfeld walk through the park, and there was these 2 German tourists sitting on a bench, and he walked by, and they were like, "It's Seinfeld." And they knew who he was. And then I was driving around Columbus Circle, and he was on his bike, driving past me. He was safety conscious. He had a helmet on. And he had pads, everything.
Oh, like a motorcycle?
No, he was on like a bike.
Oh, a bicycle bike.
A regular bicycle. I think he lives on the west side, but I really get a kick out of seeing celebrities, and I tell everyone.
Oh
when
my
I see
God.
them, I will tweet the sighting.
That is reason enough to add you on. I'm going to add you right now. That's what is your Twitter handle?
Oh, it's SWIMCLUB HQ.
SWIMCLUB HQ. Wow. For the Gene Davenport sightings of celebrities.
I love it. Oh, yesterday, I have another one. Yesterday was Anthony Edwards sitting in his Porsche. Not on his porch, on Park Avenue. He actually lives in our neighborhood, and he's always in our grocery store.
Oh my God! No,
yeah.
This is so weird because no, never mind.
I'm obsessed with celebrities. I don't know why, but I am.
I feel like Anthony Edwards went to UCSB, where I went to school, UC Santa Barbara. For some reason that rings in my head. I don't know. But, he was on he was on ER. Wrong
ER, yeah.
Hospital show. And he was on one of my favorite shows of all time, Northern Exposure, for a brief time.
Was he on that one?
Yes, he was the man in the bubble.
You know what? I remember. I watched both those shows.
I believe his name was Mike on that show. What's that?
I vaguely remember him on Northern Exposure.
And Top Gun. Highway to the Danger Zone.
Of course, Top Gun.
Can't forget that. And the horrible movie Gotcha or Ricochet or Bullseye, I forget the name of it, where he's like he meets a Russian spy. I don't know. I'm
ashamed to admit I've seen every single one of those movies. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Wow. See, now this is what your podcast should be about, is movies and celebrities.
Yeah, that I would, I would have a lot to talk about. I've seen everything. I watch everything. And I stalk celebrities.
And what one more celebrity before we play the song Never Tried by SWIMCLUB.
Oh, one more?
Yeah, one more celebrity you've seen.
Oh, Richard Dreyfuss.
Really?
I not only saw him, I had like an interaction with him.
What was your interaction like?
I lived on the west side. This is a couple years ago, and he lived over there too. And he was I was in my local bodega, like buying scratch off lottery tickets, like scratching them.
Yeah.
I had a weird like ski jacket on. I looked weird. And he walked in, and he was like, everyone knew who he was, and he's buying a paper, and then he looked at me like I was going to attack him, and then he walked out quickly, and that was it. So I scared him, I think.
You're not going to attack me, are you? I'm Richard Dreyfuss.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
That's good.
Thank you. I just watched Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead, and
you did?
He's in that with a very young Eric Roth and Gary Oldman, and I met Richard Dreyfuss's brother, which is weird because he kind of looks like Richard Dreyfuss, but a little different.
Just like Bizarro.
Which is what you would expect from a brother, but yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so this is the song Never Tried, and I think I emailed you that I identify with this song.
Yes. And, I don't really listen to Greg's lyrics, but when I do, it's like, he actually puts a little bit into it. I think he puts a little bit of himself in there.
Oh, that's good. There's a little autobiography going on.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. Like, and when we're recording and rehearsing, we'll mock each other, but I think it's actually, means something.
Well, from the album Funhouse for Fiends, the EP, and from their website, swimclubmusic.com, you can find out more about them. It is the group Swim Club. Here's Never Tried on Mike's Daily Podcast.
No more dreaming today when time keeps ticking away. I know what people will say, I know what people will say. Sometimes when I forget, I'll think there's hope for you yet. And I keep losing that bet, and I'll keep losing that bet. Say, and so much time left to waste. It's almost too much to take. It's almost too much to take. Well, you never call, you never care. You never tried at all. You never showed up anywhere. You never tried at all. You never called. You never cared. You never tried it all. You never called, you never cared. You never tried it all. You never showed up anywhere. You never tried it all. You never called, you never cared. You never tried it all. You never tried it all.
Never Tried by the group SWIMCLUB, as we go outside the last place on earth where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley, California. Tomorrow, the finale of our Into an Interview with Gene Davenport of the group SWIMCLUB.
And here's today's podcast picture.
So just when you thought I had finished talking about bees, there's a cartoon, there's a drawing, a drawing, if you will, of my experience with the bees. The bees. The bees. And you can see it's actually with this guy who just happened to walk over here onto the patio of the last place on earth. It's none other than John Deere the engineer.
Thank you. Thank you. That's totally not necessary, Mike. I'm in this cartoon with you, and we discuss bees and try to come up with a solution for your problem.
Yes, and there's a funny, humorous resolution that takes place with Basil the Boxer.
Oh, listen to him. I love that song.
That's a beautiful song.
It's the Basil the Boxer song.
Yes, it's so melodic.
Ma, if Ma decides with my daughter, I tell her, hey, don't wear your clothes like you do and showing off your midriff. Don't do that, because you should dress like you're living in 2013 and not 1997.
You will tell her no such thing, Benita, because all women should show midriffs. I loved I Dream of Jeannie. Hey, John Deere the engineer, how y'all doing? I am good. Disgruntled Fiddle Player, how have you been? I'm fine. We still have not gone to get a beer yet, Disgruntled Fiddle Player. I know, John Deere. I'm waiting on a little bit of extra money to come in so I can pay for the beers. I can pay for the beers. Why don't you just let me treat you?
Yeah, why don't you just go out with him?
Mike, I do not go out with another man.
You're missing out.
What are you talking about?
All the great conversation. John Deere, the engineer, knows everything. He's a brilliant man. He wired up the last place on Earth so it has rockets and we can launch up into space. We've done that a couple times. Not recently. Oh, hell, let's do it right now. All right, we're up in space, and there's still birds chirping and the trees here because we do have a protective dome around the outside patio of the last place on Earth, but I think we should land because it's pretty boring up here. And there was an asteroid that whizzed by. It was whizzing in space. That was a joke I used in a previous podcast. Sorry. And we don't want to use that joke again. So let's land back in Podcastro Valley, California.
Well, John Deere the engineer, that's amazing that you created that launching device for the last place on Earth. I do respect you, and I'm sorry I get all homophobic sometimes. It's okay. I have hope that someday your mind will become a little more open. A little more open? Yes, just a little bit. Okay, I can manage that.
Tomorrow we will bring you the segment Into an Interview with the finale of my interview with Gene Davenport of the group SWIMCLUB from Brooklyn. And we'll also hear from Madame Rootabega, Valentino, and Bison Bentley.
And they come down here with their big old beards that are bushy.
Here's a question right now. Do you want to comb that beard, or do you want to let it get all gnarly and curly and whiskily? Is that a word? Is that a question? Who cares?
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!